All right, everybody, here we are. These are the biggest pro-inflammatory foods. So when it comes to prioritizing what to stay away from, especially with weight loss, if you're watching this for weight loss, you've got to look at these. These will impact things whether we admit it or want to admit it or not. Number one, gluten and wheat. I fought this for forever because Jesus is the bread of life. Biblical wheat, we're not eating biblical wheat anymore. And so the wheat we're eating is a genetically modified mess, and our bodies don't recognize it. And wheat is heavily sprayed with all the chemicals as well. But when you look at the cellular level, wheat is the only thing, gluten is the only thing that universally, that I know of, I'm sure there's others, it's the only food that I know of, I should say that. Chemicals do this, but food-wise, it universally is bad for everybody. Even some of the others, peanuts, they're not bad for everybody. They're bad for most. Corn and soy, same thing. So, but wheat and gluten really across the board is not good. It is not good. It causes neurological issues, GI issues, inflammatory issues, weight gain, all that kind of stuff. Number two, processed sugar. And now you can argue either one of these. Is it gluten worse or is sugar worse? I avoid these two as much as I possibly can. And I will take extreme measures. I take what I put in my body very seriously. And so I don't cut corners. My health is my most valuable asset. I protect it. I fight for it. So I don't do a lot of processed sugar, and I don't do a lot of gluten. I am gluten-free and I am low sugar. I do have an autoimmune condition as well. So does my wife. So we're very well versed in the challenges of some of these. So we have a shorter leash than a lot of people. We have to eat cleaner or we feel worse. And I just, our body is a holy temple. Our body's a holy temple. And I just want to treat my body the best I can. So number three on this list is pasteurized dairy. Now I can do a whole video, and I might, on how this came to be, but dairy is not the issue. It's the pasteurization of the dairy. Louis Pasteur, germ theory, we're going all the way back, the basis for vaccines and some of this other evil stuff we have seen. But the pasteurized dairy, it used to be a problem because you would milk the cow, then it's in a container, and then you got to take the carriage down the dirt road, and then there's all types of chance for bacteria to get in there, and then they would make sure that it's clean. Well, now you just put a vacuum to the udder and it goes, and it's refrigerated the whole time. It's not exposed, so you don't even need to pasteurize it. I don't know why people are terrified of raw milk. If you're wanting milk, raw milk will be okay, and actually it's healing, it's therapeutic, it has all amino acids, it's got a full profile of amino acids, healthy fats are in there, all kinds of good stuff. You can find a raw milk dealer/locator near you. Just search online raw milk near me and you'll pull it up. Weston A. Price has a locator on his website. I'll do a video on that, but there's wheat and gluten, then there's sugars, the processed sugars more than the sugar that's naturally occurring. The pasteurized dairy, they do sell raw cheese in the stores. They can't sell raw milk, but grass-fed is also going to be another label to look for. And then corn, all of the corn and soy that's grown, I mean, maybe not all, but so much, well over 90% is genetically modified. And so again, your body has no idea what that is. It sounds good, it tastes good, it looks like it, but your body's not confused. It's going to attack it and cause inflammation. If you're trying to lose weight, that's not going to be productive. And then peanuts, just use caution with peanuts. I'd never thought we'd see the day where you can't even bring a peanut butter sandwich to school because the reactions are so bad. But again, they're in the vaccine, so we get antibodies to them early. Peanut oil, and then Chick-fil-A, for example, cooks in peanut oil. So staying away from peanuts and peanut oil is a good idea. Also use caution with grains. I put a little red note down here. They're not always bad across the board. Quinoa is the safest grain. Oats and rice are the highest risk of all the grains. And so I would say less oats, less rice, more quinoa seems to work for most people. We're all individuals, so if we're working together, I will help you fine tune this and figure out which is the best grain for you. Very rarely do you have to go grain free, but low grain is good. You just need a little bit just to give your cells some energy. But again, top pro-inflammatory foods, avoid these, you'll lose more weight. See you in the next video.